Okay, so I think this is working. I am not at my desk because, well, my kid uses that to make slime. So there's that. I'm trying today to record this video sideways, and today's theme of this video is my TWA update that I told you I'd come back and talk about one of these videos. I have not done that. I literally took all the time, like all the time in the world to do that. I'm still getting used to looking at the camera when it's recording, which is usually why I record it upwards but never sideways. Everyone's like, record it sideways because the videos will look weird, but I'm like, it's a freaking video, so it shouldn't matter. But tomato, whatever. So here we are recording sideways. As you can see, I put braids in my hair before taking a photo or a video of any of my natural hair. Now, I want to say proudly that my edges have grown back. My stress level was too high. So I have severe anxiety. It's actually called agoraphobia, along with PTSD and some other issues that I'll go over in another video. We'll go over like what mental health means to me and why it's important and what it means and what it's not, and like all of the ins and out of mental health. I'll make a mental health video like probably next, but I don't want to like say it because we all know how inconsistent I am. But like, I put braids in my hair because I do believe in the process of the protective hairstyles, and for me personally, my hair is usually under a wig. I think wigs are really cute, and like, it's hair. If you want to add some little cuteness to your already cute body and you just need a little upper or whatever the heck it is for you, do it, you know, because it's hair. It's supposed to be an artistic outlet for those who either lack creativity or do have creativity, and or just like hair, you know, like, so it has like all these ins and outs to what it is to hair. I've never gotten the understanding of where we got into the racial controversy where people couldn't wear certain hairstyles because of the skin color that they have. I get why they didn't want people of non-African American or African to wear braids. I understand why blondes didn't want people wearing blonde, but like, I don't know, when I just posted this on my Insta, where I was talking about how society has gotten to the point where they find things weird or not for them, and instead of being more open to reception, they've been stuck in deception, and so they haven't accepted people for who they are. There's a lot of talk about accepting people for who they are, but they haven't really. So it doesn't really matter to me personally how people opinionate on it. It's the fact that it is hair, it is an extension of yourself, and you do with it as you will. For me personally, I wear wigs and braids. I wear them because I think they're protective hairstyles, along with being very, very cute and stylish, like this pink, where for me, a world with glitter and pink is just a world that I would just adore living in, and here we are, glitter and pink. And so when I got into the standpoint of like going over why I did my big chop and why I cut off my hair, what it was for me, and why I was this close to shaving it all off and just going straight skin, it had a lot to do with who I was spiritually and who I am spiritually, because a lot of society bases their understanding of a person, beauty, and like wanting to know that person over their hair. Now, what do I mean by this? Like, a woman who has shaved their head completely bald versus a man who has shaved their head completely bald is considered weird, or oh my god, why would you do that, you're so beautiful, or I can't believe you would have done that. But that is an individual choice via person, so it means something to each person individually, in my hindsight. So for me, the reason I did my big chop was because I was going through this spiritual journey that everyone goes through in their lives, and mine personally was really, really deep. I felt so connected with nature and everything around me that I was like incognizant and in sync with all that is the Fibonacci sequence of my life, you know, because everyone is a human being and a creature and blah blah blah. We'll go over Fibonacci sequence in another video. Let's not talk about that now. That's super astrology sciences and blah, 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 right? So we'll go over that in another video. A lot of people know what the Fibonacci sequence is, and it's just the sequencing of everyone's life and anything that is existing, really, because everything exists within numbers and shapes and stars and the galaxy and the universe and blah blah blah, a bunch of stuff that no one wants to hear right now. We want to talk about my hair. So for me, I chopped it off and I felt free. I felt free of the need to fit in with a society's understanding of a woman's beauty, how they said that a woman's beauty is only dignified by the hair or the length that they have. Now, if you have Indian in your blood, it is still against what they believe in to chop your hair off. So I did get a lot of ridicule for chopping my hair off. Even my daughter was at my throat and was like, don't chop your hair off again, keep your hair, you know, grow it out. And I was like, okay, I'll grow it out, because I do miss my big, poofy, natural, curly, locky, goalie locks, you know, and like my kinky curl, like I do miss it. But I was so sick and tired of everyone's understandings of what a hair should look like. Like, it's a woman's hair, you know, and if a woman decides to wear their hair the way they want to, it shouldn't have been dignified. And it was mostly men, and then the men that have women friends got the women all tagging along, and it's like, why are you following the leader for men when they've already, in some countries, been trying to erase women from history because they say we're too emotional and do nothing but emotional response? Which all I heard was, you have women in your life that you've caused issues for, and they have a problem with you for it, and it made them emotional. You were unable to say sorry or actually do anything to make it better, so due to that, a woman is still emotional. Just like cool silence for a minute, because shaking my head, LOL. And yes, I said the words, because it just don't make no sense to me. So I chopped my hair off, and I felt free of it. I don't even care what people think of me, you know. Again, the video about my OnlyFans and having some nudes up and all that, it's literally like pish posh to me. And it doesn't to me, it means that not only am I venturing into my sensuality, my sexuality, and who I am as a person, but I am accepting myself for who I am, whether that be an overly sexualized image within the influence community, or if that is someone who is inspiring people to think better about themselves, because a lot of people thought less of themselves around 2018 and 19 before I yelled at everybody. And before, I said I was never going to speak again after the George Floyd issue, but then I got to the point where I was like, not speaking, people have decided to speak for me. So we're rambling, we'll talk about that in another video. But this one is, for me personally, the best decision I could have made to do a big chop. When I cut my hair off around 2019, I have been growing it back for the past few years. My hair usually grows like wildfire, except I have to use specific products. The products that I used this time around my hair journey path was Old Oris Oil Sheen. Got a coconut flavor. So it's infused with coconut oil. My hair does a lot of the natural organic properties. So putting heavy chemicals in my hair, such as perms and presses and all of that all the time, breaks my hair off. And that's what happened to my hair. So not only was it breaking off, I had dyed it blonde, I bleached it platinum blonde, I dyed it blue, orange, pink, green. I had done so much with my hair that I had basically ruined the texture of my hair, and I didn't care, because again, for me, it's about expressing yourself artistically if you're an artist and you love doing hair, or if you just enjoy doing hair because you feel like it's just something fun to do. Girls enjoy beauty, so not a lot of them get to do that or be into that or experience that because of whether it's their religion or their lifestyle or who they live with or who supports them or their environment, whatever it may be. A lot of women don't get to experience what it feels like to play with their hair or chop it off or, I don't know, feel individuality. And that was what my post on Insta was about, where I said society has gotten to the point where they have decided to dictate everyone's individuality, trying to create something that feels normal to them instead of accepting that norm and basic is gone, and everything now has become an individual universe for every human being, so they feel like they're valued. A lot of less suicide, a lot of less mass murdering, a lot of less dying. There's still a lot of it on a lot of occasions that I read about all the time, but I've noticed that society has gotten a little little more self-aware of loving themselves. When I started all of this, I know I'm rambling, but when I started all of this, it was about inspiring people to love themselves more, because I had come from a background of being told not to love yourself, not to love your body, not to love your boobs, not to love your ass, not to love your face, just cover it all up. I come from where being eccentric and exotic is not allowed, and you are looked at as weird when you do it. So when I got to the point where I was like, fuck it, excuse my French, fudge it, I started with the whole hair care journey and just chopped it off. Another product that I use is this tea tree oil. I do a hot oil treatment in my hair. I'll put the tea tree oil in my hair, cap it with a nice plastic cap or a wrap, and then add the blow dryer to it for about 20 to 30 minutes, and then sit for another 45 minutes and just let all the oils soak into my follicles after washing my hair with cold water to open up my follicles, so that my hair is more receptive to the chemicals that I'm putting in it, because I don't like to use heavy chemicals, which would have just automatically given me my texture back and everything. It's too much for my hair. My hair really, my entire body, my entire body likes organic, and I don't have the financial stability to be as organic as I would like to be. So I have to substitute with some of the products that I can't get my hands on. So another product that I was using, as for how did you wash your hair, is a Pantene Daily Moisturizer. This one is the 0% parabens, colorants, no weight down. It's a cleanser and a hydrator. This one is the 2-in-1 shampoo. So I can't use shampoos now. Not saying I don't when my hair feels like it's gotten too greasy or too dirty, but some hair in my skin color, our hair forms better when it is not touched. So if your hair went a week without washing and now it's all greasy, you washed it on a Friday or a Saturday and you use shampoo and conditioner, you cleansed it, and then you put the conditioners back in it and let it sit again, and then my hair will grow. Me personally, that's how my hair grows. I have to do this in a routine, otherwise it won't grow, or it will grow, but it'll grow at a lower rate than I wanted it to. I wanted my hair to grow out within the years of 2020 to 2023, enough for me to be able to wear braids to continue growing it out. But I wanted it to grow it out enough to do a little pixie cut again. I have enough hair now to do a pixie cut. But again, the financial stability is what we've been working on, as I have been very not here in my social media presence that I created and everything. Another product that I use reluctantly, like this one here, I use this all the time, okay? This one is the Originals by African's Best. It is the cholesterol tea tree oil, and this one is the rinse out plus a leave-in conditioner. So you can rinse it out or you can leave it in. For me, I have to leave these in again for about a week, and then around Friday I'll go in with the Pantene 2-in-1 and I will wash my hair out, and then I'll come back, put more of this in, let it sit. It's gone. And let it sit. So those are the things that I've used for my TWA. Now, if you're asking how long did my hair grow, if you can see in the braid, because these braids aren't fresh, I did them throughout the week, so they've been like unraveling, and my hair is not tough, so I can't braid them too tight or it will pull out my hair and my hair will start breaking off, because my hair is mixed textured. So if you can see, let's see if I can get a piece right here, this black rough part right here, this is my hair, which I'm gonna probably chop that off so it looks a little more clean to me. I know it looks fine, but still, this piece right here is my hair. So my hair grew about 2-3 inches, 2, 3, 4, almost 4 inches. So it would be like right here. And here we are, braids. Now, what do my braids look like? I ombre them. So the braids of course came like this, but I got the ones that had the pink color fully at the bottom, so that way it gave my face a nice like subtle look. And then I still got my alternative, I could go to a rave if I want to. Which, speaking of which, I missed the College Sheen Gals rave edition when they went to a concert, but we're not talking about that right now. Just dang it, Shane. So yeah, that is my hair care journey. I guess when I take the braids out and go to put in another style, I will show you guys what it looks like and how far it's gone and how much my hair has grown. But right now we are in another protective style right after the last one, because I am like, I really love my hair. Like, I was born not to love my hair because it was very long and very curly, and no one in my community where I grew up with a lot of let's not sugarcoat it. In my Black community where I grew up, having long hair I got picked on for it, because my hair didn't look like everyone else's, and I didn't sound like everyone else, and I didn't eat like everyone else, and my skin color is brown, but it ain't dark, it ain't light, it ain't. So I've always been I've always been in that situation where I understand what it feels like not to be that in touch with yourself or loving your hair that much. So it's nice to express my love for hair and like beauty and things like that. So yeah, hopefully this was a good video as an update to my TWA, and I will see you in my next video where I guess we're talking about, Kitty, what the is mental health and why is it so serious? And on top of that, how come, these are things that I get all the time, how come people can't just stop being so sensitive? I can't wait to answer that question, because that one there, that's so hurtful. Because I don't think it's that people are sensitive. I think it's that people are less receptive to how much they hurt people. And I should know, because that 1% of my evil, whoo! So thank you, and I'll see you next time. Keep looking at my braids.